Curtain walls, making and editing types. Let's pick up where we left off. Open up 0908, complete, and then we'll save as. So now we're in 1001, begin. Okay, we're going to save as again, and this will be 1001, complete. Okay, so what is it that we're going to do? Well, we're going to be looking at making curtain wall types. Let's go over to our 3D view. So under phase 1, 3D views, double click on show complete. I'm going to just zoom into this corner. Now, if I click on the wall tool, down here in the list, very close to the bottom, you'll see that there's this division called curtain wall, and that's a type of wall. And curtain wall is a little bit of a misnomer. Revit, when they named it, I would have preferred if they called it maybe a pattern-based wall or something like that. It's not necessarily a curtain wall, like an exterior glazing that's not connected to the slab. It's more of just a patterned wall, and it could be a curtain wall, it could be a window wall, it could be poured concrete, it could be tilt-up concrete, it could be fabric panels, wood panels. So there's a few ones that they usually include with the main templates. There's curtain wall, one, exterior glazing, and storefront. Usually I like to just start with storefront because it has the most in it. If we just click on that, what I'm going to do here is just draw one sample of it. So we're going to go 4 feet. We're going to base offset. Let's just go 4'6" off of the top of foundation. That's good. And I'm just going to click. Now, notice what's happening is I'm going to draw this based upon the center of that wall on the bottom. So I'll just go between there and there. And then I'll hit escape. Now let's just click on that. And let's just drag that down. You'll notice now that I've clicked on it and dragged its grips. You see some mullions showing up, almost like a frame. Now this is a wall, so its width controls are at the base. So I'll have to drag that a little bit farther. Now notice it went a certain distance and then it started repeating the next panel. Now you can make your own types if you just click on that, edit type, duplicate. This is called storefront. We'll just call this one CW for curtain wall. And that's Revit. So curtain wall CW1, that's fine. Now inside of here, there's all sorts of things that you can pick. For instance, is this an exterior type of curtain wall? Is it an interior wall? What's it meant for? And we are going to put it on the exterior. Automatically embed means, does it cut the hole in the wall that it's been drawn in? And in this case, yes, ours does. And you can say no to that, but usually it's good to leave that on. Curtain panel. So this would be the panel. What is it filled up with? What is this right here? And notice all the choices here. You can choose walls. So that's why I was saying that this is not just for glazing. This is for anything patterned. We will use glazed in this case. And join condition. This is for the mullions. So the vertical is going to be continuous and no matter what. Well, we can change that. We can say border and vertical grid continuous. And I'll hit apply. And let's say OK. You'll notice that the border now is taking precedent, and then this one right here stops at the inside of the frame. Now let's click on that again, edit type. What else do you have here? Well, you've got the pattern. So what do you want the pattern to be? So you could put the spacing at, let's put it a little bit closer. So we're going to go at 3 feet. And then the horizontal spacing, let's put that at 2 feet. And let's just say OK. Okay, so now it's starting to repeat itself. Now, the more that I look at this, the more I realize it looks like we're making a window here, and you got to be a little bit careful. Curtain walls are not windows. You can use them to mock up quick windows, but they will not schedule as windows. So this is just going to schedule as a wall. So you got to be a little bit cautious of just using them overly like windows. Now, that being said, some windows are quite custom, and you could draw this in as a curtain wall, and they are fast, admittedly. Okay, so we've drawn in our curtain wall. Let's just edit the type. We'll look at a few other settings in here. you have the mullion choices in creating the type. So the interior type, that's what's inside the curtain system. For the verticals, maybe I want it to be a 1-inch square. And then the interior of the horizontal mullions, that's these guys here, I want that one to be a 1-inch square. Okay, so the interior are 1-inch square. And we can see that when we press OK. So we'll edit type again. Notice though that it's just on the outside of the window. There's still a cut in the glass. That's the grid line. Okay, so those are the things that you can do. So you can choose many different types of mullions. We're going to go into these mullions specifically, how you can make your own and edit them. Okay, so we have this curtain wall drawn. We've talked a little bit about the sizing and how to lay out the curtain wall. What we want to do is make a corner piece. And I am going to have this piece actually extend all the way up to the top. And you can either use grips or you can use numbers. So I can put that down to there if I want. Okay, if I just right click on this and say create similar, I'm going to do the same from right down there and just go over maybe 2 feet. Now you'll notice it didn't actually embed itself in the wall. So let's just undo and we'll try again. So I'm going to right click on this curtain wall and I'll say create similar. And let's just go right from the endpoint. It's tricky in 3D to get that. Okay, we'll put that out there about 2 feet. There we go. So it embedded. We could click on it and then edit the distance after the fact if we wanted to. Say 2 feet, pull that back. Okay, now right here, we've got this little bit of a mess at the corner. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to cut back these walls. Okay, I'm just going to limit how much window is actually at the corner on this side. We do something like that. And we're going to use the split tool. So let's click on split and we'll just split there and we'll split there. I could even just delete that piece and delete that piece. These curtain walls can be standalone. Now, if I just use the align tool, I can pick this back face and just align the end of the wall to it. Okay, just like that. Good, so that's a start, a little bit of a best practice on dealing with corners. We will look at this mullion as well in future lessons. Okay, good, so let's save that much and then shut that down.